For hundreds of years, people have been deceived, we have been brainwashed to fit into the system, follow the instructions, be decent consumers. Today, the old system is falling apart. We see a small handful of people in agonistic despair, forcing their lost control and influence. Enough people around the world have already woken up, so the control is no longer possible. It was possible in the past when people were afraid. Fear was the only tool of the elite. Today, the majority, we are no longer afraid. The courage to spread the truth has awakened. The courage to share information. The courage to stand up and face this small handful of people. We don't have to do any heroic deeds. We just need to stand up, all together. We must make it clear that the Constitution, human rights, and freedom of speech cannot be repealed. Bill Gates' cherished ideas are fading. Ideas of worldwide vaccination, chipping, and digital certificates, they are exposed. I see unprecedented positive processes happening in the world despite the efforts of this little handful of elite to gain control of all humanity. The world is changing for the better. Everything around us is restarting. It's like a small pause for a new, fresh breath of air. Pollution is decreasing. Industries are stopping to change. Unheard of approaches and solutions are being revealed. Extraordinary viewpoints, new ideas. The world is currently undergoing major overhaul, major renovation. Yes, renovation is about inconvenience, dust, noise, and insecurity. People are growing rapidly in their consciousness. Why are people no longer afraid? Because we are aware of being an eternal soul. Can an eternal soul be subdued, killed, or erased? It is impossible. Each of us is the eternal soul. What can the small handful of elite do to the eternal soul? Nothing. Imagine how strong we have become when we no longer have any fear. We are fearless, and no one can impose any pointless restrictions to us. Today this is especially relevant because the fear did not arise by itself. It was invented and produced by the same little handful of people. Fear was infused in us every day by the mainstream media, who are bought as slaves by this fading elite. We are free, strong, creative, and healthy. We become more fearless every day. People grow in their consciousness. They see that God is not just somewhere in heaven. God is very close, here in our own hearts. What does this consciousness change? A lot. We are in God already every moment of our being. God is love, strength, joy of life. We have it all now, and it is here for everyone. We don't even need to reach for it or stand in a line to get it. This is who we are, and it has always been so. A small handful of people wanted us to look for it on the outside, in the stores, in the media, but no, we have to upset them. We realize that all the power is now inside of us. In the past, our minds were focused on money and comforts. Then today, we define our desire differently. To receive the information and help we need most at this very moment, we are aware of how our thoughts, faith, and convictions materialize. So we keep our minds clear. We suddenly realize that hatred and evil could only exist because it used to be dark and there was no light. As soon as light appears in our own consciousness, the darkness fades on its own, without any effort. This little handful of elite is like darkness. It exists at a very low vibration and is very weak. As soon as we turn on the light and get up all together, the darkness disappears at all. We look around and it is no more there. It's gone. Each of us has this light, and never ever dare to think that you are too small to be able to changing the world.